Oh, hey, Battletech here for BattletekHD Gaming. Welcome back to my channel. Fuck all the smiley shit. Reason why I'm in the studio today is to basically rant and tell you guys what happened over the weekend with my gaming situation. And yeah, man, this is nuts. So basically, if you guys have been following my channel and just been keeping up with me, you know that I've been trying to get my live streaming all set up at the crib. Finally got the internet situation taken care of, and I finally did a couple of tests this Friday night on Battlefield 1. Everything was going cool until I started noticing a couple frame rate dips. So I ended the stream, rebooted my PC. Soon as the PC came back on, I got a notice talking about high CPU temps. So I opened up the side of the case, stuck my hand in, it was like an oven. And that was mainly because my CPU cooler, like the pump on this it's a closed loop water cooler loop, and the pump stopped working. So I'm like, damn, I'm not financially in a position to go out and spend money on something like this right now. But I wasn't tripping too hard because I had a standby, still in a box, ready to go. So obviously I wasn't going to spend, an hour or so that night to get this thing back up and running, especially when I got PlayStation 4 and an Xbox One sitting right there all hooked up, ready to go, which I rarely play them, but that's beside the point. So not tripping, I decided to go ahead and fire up a little PlayStation. Went into my games library, I noticed every single game in my library had a lock icon next to it. And I'm like, what the fuck? And it told me that I needed to sign in. So I go to sign into my PlayStation account, and what do I see? This bullshit. Access to PlayStation Network by this account has been banned due to a violation of the EULA. Really? So I'm confused as hell. I'm sitting here like reading this message like what the fuck is going on? So I go and I look up the error message, and basically it says in the EULA that if you have any type of transaction dispute with Sony, they got the right to straight ban your account and lock you out of all your games. It pretty much is exactly what they did. So I'm sitting here like, so y'all just gonna hold my shit hostage and not let me get access to none of my games, even my offline game? Okay, if we had a dispute over the PlayStation Network, which I don't use, so why in the hell would you, A, charge me a full year of PlayStation Network without my consent? And then 2, turn around and get pissed because I canceled the shit and completely locked me out of PlayStation Network and all of my offline games? Come on, man. What kind of business practices? What type of business practices are those? That's ridiculous, man. I mean, I've always said that there is no reason for gamers to pay for Xbox Live and PlayStation Network. They offer nothing to the gamer. Zero. Nothing. I've never had an issue like this out of anything on my PC. Origin, good old games, Steam, you name it. I've never had a problem like this where they would just lock me out of my games completely. That's nuts, dude. So, did they fix the issue after I got off the phone with them? Wrong. These motherfuckers basically told me, check this out, read this. They told me the only way I'm gonna get my account back is if I go out and buy $60 worth of PlayStation Network cards, call them back and give them the codes off the back of the damn PlayStation Network cards. And after that, then they'll give me my fucking games back. And what? So, man, I'm beside myself, man. I'm sitting here, I'm stunned, honestly. Like, I've always heard the horror stories And I've always knew that like bullshit like this goes on, you know, on a console, simply because you have these evil overlords, these lords that completely turn you into a peasant, because you have to take what they give you and you have to pay what they tell you. Peasant, you want some mutton? Here, this is all you get. This is what you get. 30 frames per second? Here, peasant, this is what you get. Pre-order DLC? Peasant, this is what you get. And you're gonna like it, and you're gonna shut up, and you're gonna take it. And people defend this type of shit all the time, these fanboys, because they don't know any better. That's crazy to me. So my message to you guys, and I know this is gonna fall on deaf ears and shit like that, but we need to start protesting with our wallets and stop paying for DLC, stop paying for this online shit, because they're not offering us anything. So I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna try and figure out what it is I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna go ahead and comply with this bullshit just to unlock. I got like 18, maybe 20 some odd games on a PlayStation and shit. Games that I really wanted to fucking play. I still do want to play, so I'm gonna end up giving these chumps $60 fucking unless they go ahead and, you know, do the right thing and unlock my damn account. But I doubt that's gonna happen because Sony hurting for that cash. But at any rate, man, I just want to share that shit with y'all, man, because it's got me really, really annoyed. And I hope that you guys read your end users license agreements and all of that shit. And, you know, now that I know, be sure to take off your auto renewal. So if you're on PlayStation Network, Xbox Live, make sure you don't have your debit cards and credit cards saved with these crooks, man, because as you see, they have the right to charge you whatever they want to. And if you say something about it, they got the right to lock you out of their fucking services and games. So fuck you, Sony. Peace.